Hey guys, welcome back. This is Daniel, and obviously this is Sanctum's channel. Today we're gonna open something else. Today I have got a box of Crimson Vow. This stuff is just out. Its pre-release night for us was last night, and I competed, but I told the guys that if I won, I wouldn't be taking the prize. Instead, I would open it up on stream, or on video rather, and I would divvy up the prizes to them. So effectively what's gonna happen here is these guys will get a pick of these cards once I open them. And I won't do it in any particular order. They can discuss amongst themselves what they want. They're all local boys. They know we were here all last night playing. It was a very tight match. I only just scraped ahead of second place, which was really exciting. And I put lots of prizes up for grabs last night too. Being a small store, we've lots of prizes to hand out. So if you are a keen Magic player, whether you play Commander, whether you play Standard, or you just want a game of Sealed, come on down because we have quite a selection of different cards and events that we can run. And obviously comment and let us know what you're interested in. As far as for the rest of the channel, obviously I still will be opening Flesh and Blood and Yu-Gi-Oh! And maybe even a little bit of Pokemon from time to time. What I am gonna do though is get some people who are more invested in those particular hobbies to either sit in or do the openings for me. And if you're interested in doing that, I think the next box I will probably open will be either Crucible or Arcane Rising from Flesh and Blood. Because those are two sets that have recently hit non-print. So they're now, no longer printed. There's some really big cards. I don't know the cards very well because this is me. I'm in Magic. But I know that, for instance, in Arcane Rising, if we pull a Skullcap, everyone's just gonna lose their mind because Skullcaps are really powerful. Anyway, we're gonna crack right into it and crack into this box. I forgot to bring a knife, so we're gonna have to rely on the tried and true method of breaking into this thing like a monster. Oops, and knocked my camera over in the process. So this is rather exciting. So there's a whole set of boosters, and ultimately I just want to reiterate that this isn't my box. I may have won last night's sealed event, which was kind of clutch. I run Boros mid-range, and I can, if you're really interested, I can give you the deck list, but it's a sealed product, so it's not really, it was a sealed event, so the deck list isn't too exciting. But I ran Boros mid-range, and it succeeded pretty well. It scaled okay into the late game, and I managed to take out the win. But what I told the boys was if I did win, we'll all share in the box. And what I'll do is I'll open them, and they'll hopefully be watching this. Ooh, this is exciting. And yeah, they'll get to effectively pick and choose what they want from the set. This is exciting actually. So this is the box topper, right? This is my first time opening one of these as well, which is kind of cool. This is, oh man, look at that. Let's get a full art of that. That needs to be on a playmat. That is so cool. I love that. And it's almost like, this is your invitation. That's so cool. And then you've got the box topper there. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna save the box topper till the end of the video because this is really cool. I've opened a couple of these already in a box that I bought for myself. And these are Dracula cards, which is really cool, from the novel Dracula. Kind of like what they did with Ikoria in the Godzilla cards, which are pretty cool. So this is so cool. I really like that. It looks much bigger, obviously on the camera, but it is quite small, but it's a very nice art card. I hope they continue doing this with sets going forward. I just hope they continue doing box toppers in general, which is really nice. So we're gonna put that there, and then we're gonna get cracked into this. So what I'm gonna do is a little bit different. I'm gonna put these up here, and then I'm gonna pull one, and we're gonna open it. So let's have a look-see here. Yep, they have the little thing in the corner. So we can go ahead and open that up. So just a reminder too, the set boosters, they always have this art card, which is quite nice. Oh, straight off the bat, we've got one with the Goldie foil. This was actually one of the cards. Yep, this is one of the cards that helped me win last night. This is one of the mythics of the set. Hopefully we can find it and I'll tell you what it does. But that's really nice. We're going to stick the art cards there. I like the art cards. I'll probably keep all the art cards because I just like them. And we got new lands, which is really exciting. This is obviously a swamp, but the new lands are really, really nice. So we've got commons. We'll take a little bit of time to look at some of the commons because, you know, they're a whole new set. And these are out uncommon, so the commons can sit over here. So we got Lantern of the Lost, Into the Night. That's kind of nice. It becomes nice, so it forces nighttime. That's pretty good if you're running vampire werewolves or something. And here we got the showcase cards, which are kind of nice. You know, I love these. I love the Lost Sets showcase, but something about these vampires just really makes me want to build a commander deck just using showcase cards. I have a bad habit of building decks just because they're pretty. So they're our uncommons, and our rare is a curse, which is kind of nice. And we got double rare, and a blood token. Nice, double rare in our opening pack. This hopefully means it's a good box. So curse of hospitality, creatures, attacking player, attacking enchanter have trample. That's nice. Whenever a creature deals combat damage to an enchanted player, that player exiles the top card of their library until the end of the turn. That creature's controller may play that card and may spend mana. Oh, nice. This is a nice theft card, actually. That's pretty good. That is really good. So that's our first rare of the set. So the rares are going to go in this pile, right? And you boys can have a go at those. And obviously in the comments below, let me know what you like. Obviously, if you're not part of our play group, these ones won't be up for grabs, but I will be doing more openings in the future where you guys can, you know, I don't know, maybe we'll do a Patreon or something where people who will contribute, I'll open boxes on video and then you guys get so many packets. So this is cool. Consuming Tide. Each player chooses a non-land permanent they control, then return all non-land permanents that not chosen this way to their owner's hand. Then you draw a card for each opponent who has more cards in their hand than you. So that's pretty nice. That's a solid card for like Commander or something. And that's a foil. That's a foil rare, which we're going to put the foils up here. Now we're going to put the rares in the rare pile because we might get non-rare foils. Anyway, next packet. This might be a longer video, but I think if you're interested in Magic, you'll probably sit the whole way through, which is nice. I haven't even discussed what I want to find in this set. Oh, I can already see a retro card. But in this set, I really want to find the Planeswalkers. They are really exciting to me. See, that's really nice too. Like the art on these. I don't know what's with my camera and readjusting every time I bring something close, but yeah, so this is, you know, spooky. This is Erith, Tormented Prophet. That's kind of nice. So art card to the side. But yeah, I really want to see the Planeswalkers. Sorin got pulled last night by Michael, which was really, really exciting. He got to play it against me, but I nuked it as soon as I could. I didn't want to let that thing live. And I would have probably decided the game, I think. And then we got another Forest, which is really nice. And we got the Commons, which is really cool. What else do I want to find in this set? And then we get Uncommons. I suppose I haven't had a really good look at the spoilers in this set yet. Here's our rare. All right, so what's this rare do? This is a zombie warrior. That's right, they brought back the exploit mechanic. So it says it on the screen there what it does, but ultimately you sack a creature and that will trigger another ability. So when this one exploits a creature, destroy target planeswalker. Oh yeah, that's handy for 2 mana, that's pretty solid. And then at the beginning of the upkeep, it does 1 damage to you for 2 mana. Destroys a target planeswalker, which is okay. For 2 mana for 3/3, 1 damage to you at the beginning of your upkeep isn't terrible. Not if you're playing a fairly quick deck. So you go in our rare pile. Forgive my voice today, guys. I've got a bit of a, I think I got a bit of a cold. This is our foil, which is kind of nice, zombie horse. And then we got this is a rare. That's pretty cool. It's a cephalid. When Loan, sorry, give me a, wow. When Loan Cephalid Empress comes into play, return all blue creatures your opponents control to their owner's hand. Your opponents can't play blue creatures. Whoa, that's nasty. I love it. That is cool. I'm not sure I'm gonna let you guys pick this card. You guys can fight me for it, but I got some blue decks I don't want to get fucked with. That's kind of cool. That's nasty. I like that. Anyway, you're going in a retro pile. I know you're rare, but you're going in the retro pile. That's freaking cool. I've never seen that card ever, which is, exciting. That's why I love the set boosters, because they bring back cards from old sets, which just really make the game more exciting, especially when you play stuff like Commander, where you can just use all these old cards. And we've got our art card. Oh, yep. The weird Pegasuses or hippogriffs of this set, where they've got like stork heads. It's a cool card nonetheless. So we got an island, which is really nice. That lovely embossed print on those. Here we go. Here's our uncommons, and we've got Death Touch Scorpion. Pretty standard stuff. This one has exploit though. A target player draws 2 cards. Oh yeah, it just does, like a Blood Pact kind of effect. Another zombie. Whenever a creature you control exploits a non-token creature. Oh yeah, creates more zombies. Zombie token. Oh yeah, we got triple. Oh yeah, that's kind of nice. Triple showcase cards in this set. And we got the frog. Nice. Oh, what? They're already including... I don't know. I feel like that's not... That's our card from the set. So we've hit 2 so far out of 3 boosters that have been from the sets past. And that's a really new card. That is from the... AFR, the Adventures in the Forgotten Realms set. So that's, I don't know how I feel about that. I would rather a much older card, but I guess. We got a foil, which is nice. And our rare, put you to a side. Our rare is the frog, which is kind of nice. I got one of these last night. So did Steven. This was a cool to see, honestly. I like the frogs. Bit Git Roggy here. Oh my God, I clearly am technologically inept, guys. My camera is on this fancy little tripod, and it does not like the fact, I think I've got some sort of weird autofocus turned on. We'll just have to bear with that. But either or, Grelnuck the Omnivore is kind of cool. Frog tribal. I have no idea how many frogs are in the game of Magic, but it's got some pretty cool abilities. Whenever a frog attacks, or whenever a frog you control attacks, mill 3 cards. When a permanent card is put into your graveyard from your library, exile it with a croak counter on it. You may play lands and cast spells from among cards you own with a croak counters on them. This is important, the permanent part. Now, when we played this last night, we did let some sorceries through because we didn't read it properly. I don't think it overall affected the game, but that is an important word right there, permanent. So we're going to throw you over here in our rares. That wasn't an amazing pack, but it was an interesting one, getting, that AFR card in there. Next pack, we have got art card is, oh, that's cool. Yeah, I really like that. So what's that one? That is the Change of Fortune. Nice. So you go there. Foil Island, very nice. You can go next to our lands. And there's our commons. Thirst for Discovery. Like, I got a couple of these cards. My box topper in my box was actually this card. Now it's a reprint, but they did also reprint it as a Dracula card, which was really, really nice. I particularly like that Dracula card. It's called Search the Count's Castle. But this is a pretty solid card. It always has been. And I really hope it becomes a meta staple because I kind of want to build a deck using this. Witness Future. Oh, yep. Okay, so let's put you over here. And then we've got 2 more Showcase. And I think these are commons at the back here, but they flip. So, oh, yep. Lantern's Gift. Lantern Bearer, nice. So here's our rare, and we've got another foil in the back here. So there's a foil in every pack, if you didn't already know that. So this is our foil. It's Chill of the Grave, zombie specific, which is kind of nice. And then we've got Howlpack Piper. Spell can't be countered. That's always a good sign that this is a good card. You may put a creature card from your hand onto the battlefield. Oof, if it's a wolf or werewolf, untap Howlpack Piper, activate only as a sorcery. That, I think, is a bit busted. Then when it transforms, whenever this creature enters the battlefield or transforms into Wildsong Hala, look at the top 6 cards of your library. You may reveal a creature card from among them, put it in your hand, put the rest on the bottom. Okay, cool. It's a bit of an engine. It's a bit of a self-engine. It does the, puts a card in from your hand straight away, which is kind of nice. I mean, it's Elvish Piper, just slightly worse, I think. The fact that it can't be countered might find it a home in a standard meta, but we'll see. Next pack. Alrighty. And woof, we have Thalia, nice. So they got a full reprint of Thalia, which is really cool. The one that increases the cost of non-creature spells. I've already pulled one in a collector booster. It is replaced actually in that one with the Dracula, Mina Harkna, which is a freaking awesome looking card. Although Thalia herself is just awesome by default. And they didn't turn her into a vampire, which is nice because, look what they did to Audric, right? There's Elend, another island, nice. And there's Al Commons. This is an interesting card. I think the art on this card just sort of was like completely juxtaposed to the entire rest of the set, right? Where you've got all these dark and menacing and morbid cards and a cute little baby. Oh my God, this camera. Yeah, it's not an amazing card, but that's kind of cool. What else we got here? Cool. An instant counter target spell, awesome. And here's our rare. And what else we got in this? Oh, just got a few back here. What's going on here? Oh, another rare. Double rare? This is just a random rare in the middle here? Okay. Oh, no, so this one's one from the commander decks, which is kind of cool because of that symbol, see the difference in the symbol. So there is a chance to get the commander deck cards just randomly in these packs, which is kind of nice. This one has Soulbound when it paired, as long as it's paired with another creature. Each of those creatures have, when this creature dies, draw cards equal to its power. Oh yeah, okay, that's interesting. Not overly powerful, but you can go there. And then we've got another couple flip cards, which is cool. And this is our rare for the pack. Wedding Announcement. Beginning of your end step, put an invitation counter on Wedding Announcement. If you attacked with 2 or more creatures this turn, draw a card. Otherwise, create a 1/1 white human creature. Then if the Wedding Announcement has 3 or more invitation counters on it, transform it into creatures you control, get +1/+1. All right, that's a cool card. Yeah, it creates creatures, you flip it, interesting. So that's a rare, and there's our foil, Blood Crazed Socialite, and we didn't get a token, we just got one of these rule cards. All right, next booster. Alrighty, so that's kind of cool. Is that the Celestis? I feel like that's the Celestis. Catilda's Rising. So I don't know anything about the lore on this between the two sets. I know they're meant to be linked somehow between Crimson Vow and Midnight Hunt, but I'm not a big lore hound on Magic. I just like the cards. Ooh, we got another set card in the back there. I think I know what it is, but we'll get there. So there's our commons. There's our uncommons. Hey! All right, nice. We've got one of the new showcase cards. So let's stick you guys in that pile there. So Gorolf, nice. They reprinted Gorolf, which is really, really cool. And he's taken up that slot that could possibly be a commander card too, which is kind of nice. Zombies you control have flying. That's not something I want to hear. And then you sacrifice another non-token creature and create an XX zombie, where X is that sacrifice creature's toughness. That's kind of cool. Gorolf, as you know, is obviously the brother of Gisa. And I don't know what happened in the story, but I have a strange feeling, did Gisa die or something? And then like Gorolf's trying to bring it back? I don't know. But that's kind of cool. You're going in the rare pile. And then we've got a couple of flippy cards. We've got Distracting Geist, and we've got Hokan Marina. And our rare for the pack is Winged Portent. Has this cleave effect. I'm not a fan of the cleave effect. I think I'm not the only one in that statement. But the cleave effect is kind of dull. I think they should have just used Kicker. Would have made a whole lot more sense. Draw a card for each creature you control, or each creature with flying you control. So that's a pretty solid card for 3 costs. It's pretty solid, especially if you do play a lot of flying stuff. And then we got Gotta Snipe that's the Nicol Bolas arch enemy symbol, which is kind of cool. And then our foil is a Wedding Security, which is kind of cool. All right, Next pack. Probably got to get through this a little quicker. Hopefully I don't have to do this in 2 parts, but we'll see how we go. So that's a cool card. The art on that's really cool, really badass. I'm a big fan of like how they've done vampires in this set, like rich assholes that have way too much money and care nothing about the lives of the poor. That's, I mean, literal definition of bloodsuckers, right? So as we go through, these are commons. Did we just get a double up there? No, we didn't. Cool. Uncommons. And then we've got some showcases, which is kind of nice. 3 showcases in this pack. And there's our rare. And we didn't get a token or our old card. Daybreak Combatants actually did me wonders sorry, reading a message because I'm using my phone. Daybreak Combatants actually did me wonders in last night's sealed event. I didn't even realize it had this +2 ability. I just saw, it's a 2/2 creature with haste for 3. Solid card, let's include it. And then when I played my second round against someone, they pointed out that it gets +2/+0 to a creature when it enters. So that's a lot better than I thought it was. Anyway, you're a foil, you're going up there. And then we got Path to Peril, another cleave, destroy all creatures with mana value 2 or less. All right. Cool. So it's just a kind of okay board wipe. I'm not, again, I don't like the cleave mechanic. I think it's silly. We're going to go to the next booster. We're going to power through these a little bit quicker. Oh, this is nice. See, this is what I mean? Rich asshole, too much money, bloodsucker, blood crazed socialite. Isn't that what I just said? So we've got a land, which is kind of nice. Our commons, our uncommons, and showcases, which is kind of nice. That's that guy we just pulled the art card for. Ooh, a foil showcase at the back here, and another rule card. Dreadfeast Demon, rather, which is kind of cool. This is a solid card. I actually kind of want to put this in my Squirrels deck because it creates another copy of itself, and then this creates more and more until you can't sacrifice anything else. Which is really cool. But if you've got, say, Chatterfang out, it's going to create a squirrel every time you create a new one of these, which means you've got something to sacrifice into it. I think the exponential growth is still far more of a concern. So eventually you'll have to sacrifice Chatterfang, but either or. Gluttonous Guest, very nice. Oh man, the foil on these cards are actually on point. So Wizards have a history of printing shit quality cards, and these aren't in that category, I'm afraid. These are just amazing. All right, that's a foil that goes up there. Alrighty, let's crack open another pack here. Woof, this is, that's kind of cool. I like that. Nature's Embrace, cool. Another foil land. Oh, the foil planes in this set, man. Oh, it's probably the best lands I've seen so far. All right, so common, uncommon. The Waltzer also put in some effort last night. Hey, we got the Frogman in that showcase variant, which is really nice. So that's that frog from before. That's kind of cool. See another one of them. Another showcase. And what do we got going on in the back here? We got the Slug counter, which is really cool. Slug token, rather. And another card that put in some effort for me last night in the foil was Parish Blade Trainee. Absolutely amazing. There's a flippy card, and this is a rare. Discard your hand, then draw cards for each card you discarded this turn. This turn, ooh, okay. That, it could be a pretty solid card. I feel like it'd be probably more of a commander pick, but we'll see how we go. Again, forgive the camera. I gotta get someone to teach me how to use this thing. I'm pretty tech lazy when it comes down to it. All right, what do we got here? This is a cool spirit cutting people up. Dorithia, Vengeful Victim. Oh yeah, that's one of the new. I think she's just a legendary creature. Cool. Showcase. This is like Zombie Child. Nope, just very pale man. And we've got more. Hey, we got a land. Hang on, I haven't seen the. I didn't see anyone pull these lands last night, which is kind of interesting. So this one is the enemy set of what we just got, which is the if if you control 2 or more other lands. So that's just Shattered Sanctum, which is really cool. I want these in borderless. The Lost Set's borderless ones of these were amazing, but that is great to see. So Lantern of the Lost goes in the foils, and then we've got a human counter, which is kind of cool. The art on these new counters, tokens rather. The art on these new tokens are impressive, I gotta say. Zombie butlers, dying to serve, right? Cool. A bit creepy, zombie butlers. That's a cool mountain. I really like that mountain. That is awesome. All right, cool. Commons, showcase. It's nice. Couple of flip creatures. And our first mythic. Oh, I just realized this is our first mythic. It's kind of sad that we've only just now hit a mythic, but there it is. All right, this is the one. This is a pretty interesting one. Defender, Flying, Vigilance. This one was pulled last night. I don't know if it did anything, but it's rather cool. It does have a win condition, or rather a lose condition on the card where you can lose someone with that aura curse. So that's pretty solid. So you're gonna go in that. You're gonna go in the mythic pile. There you go. And then the Voldir and Epicure. Another human token, which is kind of cool. And then the Epicure. Interesting. Foil. All right, we got a lot of boxes to go. We're on nearly 30-minute mark. This may be a rather long video, but it's worth it because Crimson Vow is awesome. What have we got here? This is an interesting big zombie. Skull Scab. Oh, that's right. They brought back the scabs. Okay. All right. Land. Common. Uncommon. Hey, this guy was pretty cool, actually. This did some work for me last night. Last game I had. Pretty solid card. I wonder if it'll actually make it into the meta. I doubt it, but it's a cool card. All right, 2 more showcases. Awesome. How rare. Hey, the Hullbreaker Horror. This card, I'm not sure if this will actually make it into the meta, but it is a powerful card. It's flash, can't be countered. When you cast a spell, choose up to 1. You can either return a spell you don't control to its owner's hand, so you got a pseudo counter, or an online permanent to its owner's hand. It costs 7, but is a 7/8 with flash, and it can't be countered. So this is a solid end game for any blue decks. So we'll see how that goes in standard. I probably want to hold on to that one. I don't know, because I actually kind of want to build that into a standard deck. Lacerate Flesh is our foil. And then we got another flippy. So you go over here. It's good to see that Hullbreaker Horror. I really want to see that green creature, actually, the one that keeps dropping lands into play. I feel like it'll get banned very quickly in Commander, just with some of the shenanigans you can do with it. All right, then we got a pretty wicked looking Cemetery Illuminator. That looks like a cover album of like Disturb or something, you know? I don't know why that does that. Islands, and then we got commons, uncommons, showcase, and uncommon flip. And there's our rare. Looks like we got a set card at the back there. Oh, yep. Dream Shackle Geist. It's pretty cool. Pretty solid card, especially if you're running tribal spirits, which is kind of nice. And a foil Griffwing Cavalry. And this is our old card. Target creature gains flying till the end of the turn for 1. I mean, it's cool. It's some old card. Haven't seen that one. That's an M10. It's like the first time they were doing the M series cards, because I think before that it was 9th edition. No, it's way before my time anyway. I started playing the Alara block way back when I was a young lad. It is pretty cool. Anya, or Anji, however you want to pronounce it. I think it's pronounced Anya. Maid of Dishonor. You can tell she just doesn't want to be there, but she's there. She's not nearly as mirth-filled as Soren. Another foil island. That is so cool. Got another foil set there. Mulch, they got a reprint, which is really nice. These are uncommons. And here's our first rare. And this is actually a rare from the Commander set. So this is Soulbound. Is paired with another creature. Each of those creatures has, whenever an opponent casts a spell, put a +1 counter on this creature. That is a solid card. Thundering Nightmare. All right, cool. You going in the rare pile. And then we've got a showcase. We've got a flip common, and we've got another rare. This is a Central Aviary for basic land. Doesn't share land type with the land you control. Put that card on the battlefield, then shuffle. Okay, that could be possibly good. Possibly terrible. depending on how late in the game you play it. But it also has create a 1/1 green insect token creature, then put X+1 counters, but X is the number of basic land types among lands you control. So you probably want to do that in like a many color deck, which is cool. I don't see that being standard relevant. And then we've got a cat, foil cat, spirit. Alrighty, and a treasure token. Look at that badass treasure token. It's like, here you go. Got an eyeball for you. Must be a pretty valuable eyeball to be considered a treasure. Although they are vampires, and it could just be like a joke. It's like, hey, this farmer, the other week, he spat on my boot. Here's his eyeball. This is cool. That's Pyre Spawn, more elementals from Innistrad, which is always cool to see. We got a plains, and we got a common. Retrieve. Return up to 1 target creature and 1 target non-creature from, hang on, give me a second here. Permanent from your graveyard to your hand. Exile, retrieve. Hey, that's pretty solid. That's a pretty solid card. For an uncommon anyway. Anyway, we blitz through this. What's how rare? How rare? Ooh, we got a retro card in the back there. Patchwork Crawler. Exile target creature from your graveyard and put a +1 counter on Patchwork Crawler. Has activated abilities, will creature cards exiled with it. Ooh, that's solid. All right, that's a cool card. It's a solid zombie there if you're building that sort of build. And we got a foil retro, not retro, showcase, which is kind of nice. And we've got Pursuit of Knowledge. Skip drawing a card, put a study counter on Pursuit of Knowledge, remove 3 counters from Pursuit of Knowledge, and sacrifice it, draw 7 cards. Okay. I can see that being an okay card if you can utilize that somehow. I'm not entirely sure how that works, but I'm sure someone in the comments will tell me, or some Commander Legend out there will let me know. Okay. Let's go to the next one. Hey, that's kind of cool. Oh man, that's kind of trippy. What is that? Wow, I like that. Dorithia, Vengeful Victim. Nice. Anyway, land. Woof, doof, doof. These are all commons. Wow, that's kind of messed up. Uncommons, uncommon. Hey, there it is. Second mythic of the set. We have the Cultivated Colossus. This one is nuts. Power toughness each equal to the number of lands you control. When it enters the battlefield, you may put a land from your hand onto the battlefield tapped. If you do, draw a card, repeat this process. That is brutal. This one goes infinite with so many cards. I already have a few of the cards that can go infinite with. If this doesn't get banned in Commander, I'm going to be rather surprised. But in the meantime, we're going to Hull Breacher this thing and just use the shit out of this. That is so cool. You're going down Mythic pile. Still only 2 Mythics from the set, which isn't great. But that was the one we really wanted to see. We got another foil showcase, which is really nice. And Moonhold. Can't play lands this turn if red was spent. Can't play creatures this turn if yellow, plains was spent. Okay, cool. That's interesting. Alrighty. Next pack. It's great to see it. I'm so glad we sealed that Cultivator. Still haven't seen a Planeswalker yet. We've got quite a few packs to go, so we're about halfway through. That's Zombie Butler. Undead Butler. There you go. Another land, which is nice. Common. Uncommon. We've got Showcase. And then we've got a Flippy Common. And Stinzy Uprising, actually, this card put in so much work for me last night. So at the beginning of your end step, you create a 1/1 red human creature token. And then, if you control exactly 13 permanents, you may sacrifice this to deal 7 damage to any target. You don't have to sacrifice it. The 7 damage is there if you need it, but it generates a creature token at the end of your turn, every turn, which is just solid card. So you going in there, and then we got a foil wolf and another non-token. All right, let's go to the next packet. And wham. Oh, that's cool. What's that? Retrieve. That was that card we were just talking about. Mountain. And common. Uncommon. Oh, we got a foil showcase. A rare showcase here. Dominating Vampire. Enters the battlefield, gain control of target creature with mana less than or equal to the number of vampires you control. Untap it, gains 8. That's pretty solid for 3, and also takes control of something. That's pretty solid. So you're going in the rare pile. Another showcase, and that was not even our rare for the pack, so that's pretty solid. May not be getting many mythics, but getting a lot of rares. Inspired is another cleave, draw 3 cards, and then if you cleave it, you don't have to have the reduced maximum hand size. Although I feel like some players might actually want that reduced maximum hand size. It's not a bad mechanic to try and abuse. Let's go ahead and whoosh. What is that? That is a Luna Rejection. Huh. I don't want to know the backstory to that. Land, common, 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 uncommon, uncommon, showcase, 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 flippy, and rare. All right, this is another enchantment. So what do we got here? Beginning of your combat, choose 1. Creatures you control get +1/+1 trample. Lands you control add 3 green mana. What? Draw a card if you control a creature, power through a grid, or gain 3 life. That is an amazing card. That is just a very solid green card. It's one of those green cards that just does everything on the color pie, because why the hell not? I'm going to put you there, and I'm not going to state out loud how much I'm disappointed in Wizards' choice of loving green more than every other color in this game. Nothing else to be said there, I don't think. Let's go ahead and flippy as well. All right, hey, that's pretty cool. I like that. That is, what are you? You are Blood-Soaked Reveler. Nice. That is a cool art. The art and the colors in this set, like the last set was pretty solid with like the oranges and, you know, the more autumny colors because it was meant to be all Halloween and like getting close to the end of the season. And this is just really going hard into the vampire themes, which is really, really nice. It looks like, it's our next mythic for the game. So this is, I've recently discovered this as I was sort of doing a little research into it, because the 2 decks that they've released for this Crimson Vow set are, I believe, there is a red-black and a white-blue, I think, was the spirits for this one. So this card can only be found in set boosters and collector boosters, but it is still a card for Commander specifically. But it's kind of cool. Very specifically focusing on exile, which is kind of nice. So we're going to go ahead and sit you down there. So we got another, this is a showcase. And we got Runo, Stromkirk. So one of the guys last night, Jaden, really wanted this card because he wants to build a deck with it. I kind of want to too, because what it does is really cool. You flip it and it cares about Krakens, Leviathans, Octopus, or Serpents. But it creates tapped and copy. It copies attacking creatures you control. And if it happens to be one of those 4 creature types, you actually create 2 copies, which is pretty cool, pretty exciting. That's a really cool card. So you're gonna go in the rare pile, and then we've got Bloody Betrayal as our foil. So let's keep going. Whoa. Bam. That's kind of cool. Traveling Minister. I mean, I said that's kind of cool to all of these cards so far, the art cards. I'm really hoping, I don't know why, but I kind of hope I find a really terrible one so I can just rip into it and say, oh, that's just terrible. Why would they do that? But it kind of is a good sign that they've just printed nothing but gems. There's our showcase. Uncommon, uncommon. Hey, a mythic. We got another mythic. All right, cool. So what does this one do? Cemetery Gatekeeper enters the battlefield, exile card from the graveyard whenever a player plays a land or casts. Oh, whenever a player. Huh. Anyway, it does 2 damage to that player. Awesome. Okay. It could really F up your opponent. But I mean, it does hurt yourself as well. It is still a 2/1 first striker for 2, which is pretty solid. And it can obviously mess up an opponent's graveyard if you need it to. So that's pretty cool. You're in our mythic pile. And then we got a foil spirit and another non-token token. All right, next pack. God, there's gonna be some like ASMR on YouTube. There undoubtedly is with people just opening packets. Like, I don't know, but hearing that just makes me feel like filled with dopamine. Angelic Quartermaster, who are you? This is a solid card for me last night as well. This one came in clutch quite a few times. Forest, we got a Forest. And commons, uncommon. uncommon. Showcase, and we got a rare. Hey, this is another card I used last night. Land and Flare. Again, I don't understand why they didn't just have Kicker. Another text box. Kicker, do this instead. I mean, it just makes sense. Lantern Flare is a very, very good card, nonetheless. And, oh, hey, look, it's the red human. Nice. And a shiny wolf for our foil. All right, getting close to the end of this box. This might be an hour-long video. We don't know yet. Might not. Ooh. I mean, that's just awful. Oh, God. That's an awful card. So terrible. I hate it so much. How good that it looks. Markov Purify. That is really wicked. Okay, we've got a Swamp. And our commons. Uncommon, uncommon, uncommon. Showcase. What's that? That is a Flippy. Cool. Okay. Another Consuming Tide, which is not terrible to see. It's a pretty solid card. And a Herald's Horn. Ooh, that is a great card for the set. It's actually obviously a Commander card, but that is a really good card. I actually think you're worth a little bit of money, maybe like $4 or $5. And we got a Foil Diver Scab. So go ahead over there. So it's been an okay box, nothing super exciting. We did get the big green Barney the Dinosaur. And we got a Foil Mountain. Oh, that is so pretty. Hey, and that is the same card. Look at that. That is, wow. Oh, and it's got little shiny, it's got the shiny signature there. That was pretty cool. That's a good pack. This is a lucky pack. It's gonna be not lucky, you watch, but that's a cool sign. I can already see that it's not lucky because I didn't even get a token. But that was cool up the front. Oh, I take it back. We got our Borderless. All right, cool. So this is, Deathcap Glade. Oh, nice. That is a pretty card. Look at that. Ooh, this might be one of mine, guys. I'm gonna have to veto this one. This one might just be mine. That is pretty. You're going there. That's our first Borderless, which is really nice. But we'll go ahead and skip past it for the time being. We've got our Showcase. Hey, Cemetery Protector. Yes. So this is the card that did me wonders last night. So it comes in, it has Flash. It's a 4 for 3/4, which is already pretty good. When it enters the battlefield, exile a card from a graveyard, which is great if someone's like about to bring something back. The Flash mechanic lets you like go, nah, you can just exile that instead. But then when you play a land or cast a spell that shares a creature type, or shares a card type rather with the exiled card, you get a 1/1 human creature. So it's another good creature generation, and that's another mythic for the set. So go ahead and sit with your mythic buddies. And we got a foil version of that wedding announcement, which is kind of nice. So this was actually a really nice set. We got a foil rare, we got a mythic, and we got the Borderless. That sexy Borderless Deathcap Glade. Ooh. That might just end up in my squirrels. That might just be a squirrel home. We're down to very few packs. I think we're down to the last 6 packets. So here we go. Let's have a quick look here. Gift of Fangs. Oh, man. That's a nice art card. I love this. I want people to make posters of these. They probably are. I just haven't been looking. There's another one of the exact same mountains. Just not in foil this time. A Braid. Ooh, I love a Braid. I'm really glad to see a Braid. It's a solid card. I remember back in Amonkhet, this thing dominated the standard meta. It was just all over. Every red deck ran like 4 copies. Alrighty, so we'll put you in that pile. And then we got Showcase, and we got a couple Flippies. Welcoming Vampire. It's kind of nice. Whenever one or more creatures with power 2 or less enter the battlefield under your control, draw a card. This ability triggers only once each turn. Pretty solid card, honestly. It's a pretty solid card. And then obviously, a blood token and a foil taxidermist, which is kind of cool. All right, getting close to the end of this box. And then don't forget, guys, we still have that box topper. Oh, I opened this one up backwards. Cool. Sauron, hey, look at that. We didn't get the Planeswalker, sadly, but that is a solid art card. Very, very anime. And I think Ayami Kojima, that sounds like a Japanese name. Man, that is a cool card though. I really want to see us pull a Planeswalker in these last few sets, but it doesn't look like we're gonna get too lucky on that fact. Another Thirst for Discovery, nice. And then we've got our 2 Showcase. And we got another land. Hey, let me just get rid of these. We got the rare land, which is nice. And we got the slug. I really wanted this slug actually. It's mythic, which is nice. I kind of want to build a commander with this deck and make slime. So you put a slime counter on each creature you don't control. Creatures you don't control will get -1/-1 for each slime counter on them. Whenever a creature you don't control with a slime counter on it dies, you create a 1/1 black slug token, which is pretty freaking cool. You can also sacrifice a slug to draw a card, which is really cool. I don't know if there's many slugs in the game. It's probably not many at all, but that's just a really cool card. Big wormy boy. And it has a really interesting effect. It's the beginning of each end step. Oh man. Okay, yeah, I'm definitely building a commander deck with this fella. So, I mean, we'll see. I mean, some of the other players from last night might dibs that card. I mean, we'll have a bit of a night of it where we all sort of like sit around and be like, I want this, I want that, I want this. Hopefully they'll all watch the video all the way through, Jaden, so that we can, so they know what's going on. Cool. That's actually not that interesting. Even though it is still pretty wicked. We've got a plains, common, uncommon? Yeah, uncommon. Rare, we got the rare from the commander set. So at the beginning of your upkeep, for each creature you control that's a wolf or werewolf, create a 2/2. Wow, that's pretty solid. You just double your wolves each turn. And it has flash, so you can flash it in and sneak that sort of stuff in past your opponents. That's pretty solid. Flippy card. Now we got our actual rare for the set, Dying to Serve. Discard 1. Whenever you discard 1 or more cards, create a 2/2 black zombie creature token. Ability triggers only once each turn. I'm pretty sure that'll find a home. Definitely find a home in many decks. We got our foil, and we got a vampire token. Nice. All right, looks like 3 more boosters. 3 more boosters, guys. So we're getting close to the end of this video. Got a huge pile of boosters to the side of me. Closed the store just temporarily this morning because it's a pretty slow morning. That is amazing. Sigarda's imprisonment. Again, I don't know the lore, but I imagine they probably locked up Sigarda for the wedding. She probably wouldn't be too happy about it. Forest. Common. And then we've got Showcase, Howling Moon for our rare. And those is a pretty lackluster set. We got new zombie tokens, which is kind of cool. That's a foil. And this one here, I already know what it does, but it pumps a werewolf at the beginning of your turn, or wolf. But then if your opponent casts a second spell in each turn, then you create a 2/2 green wolf. You know, it's a pretty solid card for 3 mana and an enchantment. 2 more packets left. I feel like we've already got our Borderless card from the set, but we'll keep powering through. Hey, that's nice. That looks pretty cool. What's this one called? Falconwrath Celebrants. Nice. God, as much as they are assholes, those vampires are sexy. All right, so we've got some commons. They reprinted Syncopate. I completely forgot about this. Someone was talking to me about this last night. I think it was Jaden. Counter target spell unless its controller pays X. If that spell is counter the spell, exile instead of putting it in its graveyard. So that's just a solid card. It's been reprinted many times, and I'm glad that this set saw so many solid reprints. So we've got 2 more showcases. That's out rare. So what's this? It's a flippy, another werewolf, and this is another werewolf, I think. Dealt damage, deals that much damage to any target. Ooh, that's a powerful ability to have on any card. And you can ramp it as well, which is kind of nice. And that's whenever any permanent you control. Ooh, okay, that's a solid card. All right, you're going in our rare pile, and then we've got a foil and a zombie token. That's one of the blue zombies. Last pack, here we go. Let's crack this open. Boom. You know what? I'm not fussed about that one. And we've got a forest, a bunch of commons, Undead Butler, Archghoul of Thraben. Okay. And we've got our showcases. you're interesting, but I think this is a bit of a whiffy pack anyway. So human cleric has training. Whenever you cast a creature spell, create a 1/1 green and white human soldier token with training. Yeah, okay, I can see that being a pretty decent card. Definitely a commander card and another human, which is kind of cool. And that was it, guys. That was the entire box of Crimson Vow, except for one particular card, which is over here underneath this pile. This is Zao, Crimson Vow, sealed box topper. This has been an interesting box. I got some solid cards from it. I didn't see any of the Planeswalkers, which was very disappointing. But hey, it is what it is. The box topper is really what you buy in the box for, I think. I haven't really checked the value of some of these cards, but the value at the beginning of a set is usually very skewed because, there's not many of them out there. People make wild assumptions about what the price was. I paid $69 for a Chatafang when it came out, and then it dropped down to like $9. So never buy cards at retail at their going rate on release. Just a fun fact for you. Oh man, if I can't get, okay, on the side here. Be careful because this is just a single card in here. Looks like we got a white card. This will be interesting. I hope it's not one I've seen already. Okay, what have we got here? It's a common, it's an uncommon, which is a bit unfortunate. But still, this is Van Helsing's Holy Ward, an enchantment. When it enters the battlefield, exile target creature with opponent and an opponent controls with mana value 3 or less until it leaves the battlefield. Whenever an opponent casts this vampire spell with the same name as card exiled, I gain 2 life. Oh, it's an anti-vampire card. Okay, fair enough. It's on theme. It's Van Helsing, which is kind of cool. This is one of the Dracula cards. Bit of a disappointing card to pull, but nonetheless, it's kind of cool. And it's very anti-vampire too, which is really nice. But yeah, all right, guys, that has been the box. I got some pretty cool cards here. Just a quick recap without mythics. We got Toxrill, the Corrosive, Cemetery Protector, Cemetery Gatekeeper, Umbrus, Fear Manifest, Cultivated Colossus, and a Faithbound Judge. That Cultivated Colossus, though, is probably the best card that I've seen in the set so far. Definitely going to be worth some coin. And I'm sure there's going to be a bit of a bidding war. It's a wee bit of a mark at the top here. I think what's going on with this is because I have the iPhone Pro, and it has all those million cameras on the back of it. It keeps trying to switch the camera I'm using. Either way, that has been the box, guys. Thanks so much for watching. If indeed you did watch the whole way through. But yeah, this is not much else to say. I'm a little disappointed in the box. Not gonna lie, some cool cards nonetheless. And I'm so keen for this set going forward because this has just got so many potentially amazing cards from my favorite format, Commando. But also, it changes the meta quite substantially in the standard field. Anyway, this has been Daniel. You've been watching Sanctum. And yeah, you guys have a great day.